Episode 1, Tuck Your Tail and Run, by The Horror Mind of B.E. Miller. After years of war, Bo longed for home. Hardship and violence had broken him. He had forgotten why he fought, or if it mattered. Glad it's over. I just want to get home. Bo dropped his pack. His friends looked exhausted. Wrong side, Shane muttered, first thing at home. Burn this uniform. Never speak of it. What about you, Charles? What are you doing? Bo asked. No one waits for me. North burned our plantation. I'll go west, Charles replied. Let's cross these mountains and leave it all, Shane said. Amen. They crossed the stream into the forest. We're low on ammunition, Bo said. Let's make camp and find food. Anything's better than dog, Shane said. Maybe berries or trade, unless we get shot. They traveled in silence to the mountain base. Over this range, let's camp and hunt before dark, Shane said. They were relieved to stop. Count your ammunition. We'll need it, Bo said, gathering wood. They built a fire and prepared to hunt. Charles and Bo left Shane at camp and found a clearing. What is this? Charles asked, neck broken. Who did that? It's fresh. We can eat, Charles said. Not our kill. What if someone comes back? Bo said. Charles ignored him. Grab a branch. Help carry it. What if whoever did this comes for us? Bo pressed. Charles gave him a look and searched for help, carrying the animal. Let's not waste time. Grab a branch. Bo pulled the branch. Charles tied the hooves. They hoisted the deer and walked it back to camp. We got this without firing a shot, Charles said, as he wobbled in his laceless boots. Let's hurry. Don't want night catching us, Bo said, scanning the shadows as they returned to camp, firelight flickering ahead. Look what we got, Charles called. Shane stood and grinned. Place it over here and I'll dress it, Shane said, as he removed his hunting knife from its sheath. Charles worked to retrieve his laces, while Shane carved and removed the innards, tossing them aside. The men helped peel away the fur, then placed the buck on the coals, covering it with sticks and leaves. Heavy smoke mixed with the smell of cooked meat as flames burned through the pile. I didn't see any shot. How did you kill it? Shane asked as he fed the pile, which was smoking. We didn't, Charles said. We found it fresh by a hut in the clearing, Bo added, fixing Charles with a hard look. Neck broken, head twisted sideways. Someone else's kill? Shane asked, a look of concern crossing his face. Yes. Survival. No one around, so we took it, Charles snapped. Let's finish cooking and eat. If anyone comes looking, I'll show them how we survived the war. The meat was smoked for hours before Shane removed the ash and cut portions for his friends. They ate the crudely smoked meat hungrily. I will take this over a dog any day, Bo said between bites. Shane marveled at his result. It is not about the flame. It is trapping the heat and the smoke that makes it good to eat. The men laugh and eat well into the night. The morning light broke through the woods as the men stirred from their beds of earth and leaves. The fire had long since died, leaving a smolder of hot ash and remains of last night's meal. The pile of guts attracted flies as it released a stink that did not mix well with the smoke. Charles woke the others. Bo and Shane stretched and walked to the edge of camp. We'd better find fresh water, Shane said, bumping Bo. Bo chuckled, grabbed his rifle and pack. Charles finished his hot piss, then called the men over to show them something in the dirt. Bo whistled. What the hell made that? Shane said, staring. That's no deer track, Bo. They examined an enormous footprint in the mud. I'd hate to see who made that, Shane said. One of those Indians you mentioned? Whatever it was, We ate its meal, Charles said. These tracks are fresh. We leave now. He grabbed his rifle and left. Shane and Bo scrambled after. We reached the summit before stopping, Charles said, not looking back. Bo shot Shane a nervous look as they hiked for hours, tiring on the uphill climb. At last, they reached a plateau and stopped to drink from a clear stream. It's all downhill from here. 2 days and we're home, Charles said, dropping his pack. Shane stripped and climbed into the pool. Bo eyed Charles. What spooked you about that print? Charles lowered his voice. My pa said Daniel Boone killed a 10-foot yahoo. My uncle saw one, lost his arm. That den could have been theirs. Those tracks prove it. Tonight, we burn our fire bright. Tomorrow, we run. They glanced at Shane, splashing in the pool. Charles and Bo built a fire, tried to catch fish, and ate a meager meal. That night, they kept the fire burning brightly and their rifles loaded. You think we stole from a giant hairy man? Shane asked, disbelieving. Remember Pittsburgh Landing? Shane asked. We thought Pittsburgh Landing would turn the war, but it ended in disaster. This is no different. We didn't die there, or of hunger, to end up hunted by legends, a giant den, and odd footprints. Now we're supposed to be scared to death by stories. We're not dead because there's no beast. It's nerves, after all we've survived. Shane offered as he jabbed at the fire with a stick. Charles nodded. Let's stay vigilant and make it off this mountain. Talk of beasts faded as Shane and Bo slept. A loud bang woke them. Shane sat up, reaching for his gun. That was a rifle. Bo yawned. Where's Charles? Shane looked around camp, peering into the dark. Hey, Charles. Where are you? Shane whispered as he waited for a response. Bo grabbed his rifle. Maybe he's in the woods, he whispered. Suddenly, a scream echoed from the woods, then a deafening roar. Shane grabbed his rifle. Another bang rang out, closer this time. What in damnation's happening, Shane? Bo stammered, voice shaking. It's Charles, hunting something. We need to find him, Shane said, heading into the woods with Bo. Dawn broke as they crept forward. Morning. Thank God, Bo said. Dawn revealed the wood's view. After hours of searching, they found Charles, bloodied, armless, and barely recognizable. The demon did that, didn't it? Bo sobbed. Charles warned us. Now nature punishes us for being bad men. Shane stood. We did what we had to, Bo. We survived the war. I won't die to a beast. Buck up, we'll kill it. One last campaign. Charles deserves a burial, Bo said, turning away. Private, we have no time for a proper burial. We need to get back to camp, count our munitions, and plan to keep us from sharing the same fate. Shane said. Yes, Corporal, Bo says, following. The two men hurried to camp. Bo gathered the packs and counted ammo while Shane watched the woods. 6 cartridges left, counting what's loaded, Bo said. Charles took the rest. Maybe he wounded it. We must fix bayonets and shoot at close range. That's our only hope, Shane said. Let's finish this. Load a pack and drink up. The hunt begins, Shane said, heading to the stream. Shane lowered his head and began to drink from the flowing water while Bo worked as instructed, gathering the munitions and placing them in his pack. The forest was quiet, except for the trickle of the stream. Too quiet. Shane's nose crinkled as he smelled something off, something that made him lean to smell the water trickling by. It was then he noticed the reflection of the beast behind him. Bo! Shane yelled, scrambling for his rifle, but he'd left it by his pack. It was too late. Bo looked up from his pack to see the beast grab Shane and rip his body in half, splattering his body over the rocks and turning the stream red, displaying the severity of its power. Bo shook as he stumbled, getting to his feet and dropping his rifle in the process. The beast strode toward Bo, and the soldier cowered in its massive shadow. Bo looked up at the hairy brown beast with grey hair striped on the crown of its head. The large, jagged teeth and deeply set dark eyes kept the creature from appearing human. Bo curled up, words tumbling out, voice thick with tears. "Please, don't kill me. We were hungry, that's all. It's your mountain. I just want to go home." The beast stood unmoving, blood dripping down one of the massive, clawed hands in the corner of Bo's eye. The smell was overwhelming, but his stomach was already twisting with fear. The forest was silent, except for the sound of the beast's haggard breaths and Bo's heavy sobs. Almost by instinct, Bo reached out a hand and touched a furred leg. When he wasn't immediately slaughtered, he leaned forward and pressed his face against it, sobbing as he began to rub the back of its leg from around his pitiful embrace. Bo was afraid to look, afraid to break this moment that might mean he gets to live. But the beast's breath seemed to quicken. He took a shaky breath, his sobbing tapering off to the occasional hiccup as he reasoned in his mind that anything would be better than death. So, Bo worked his hand slowly up and around the hairy thigh of the beast to place his shaking hand on the monster's dangling cock. The beast grunted, and a strangled scream escaped Bo as it grabbed him and threw him over its shoulder, carrying him into the forest. About this episode, the soldiers stole from Bigfoot. They were in its backyard. The beast is territorial and has urges, a sign of primal intelligence. Miller's goal when drafting the original novel series was to deliver something totally unique and gritty. No one steps into someone's backyard, steals from them, and expects no consequences. It just happened that the yard belonged to Bigfoot, a lonely, primal, and out to teach a lesson that won't soon be forgotten. This has been a shortened audio version of The Beast Beyond the Hills, Chronicle Chapter 1 novel by B.E. Miller, available on Amazon. Stay tuned for Chapter 2. Please like and subscribe to keep up on the latest episodes. Thank you.